now. Okay, so this will be recorded and up on my YouTube for Sandra. We're doing the bones reading. We'll see what's going on. There's a lot of energy going on in here. It's like a thrumming. Something in 4/4 timing is coming up. A musical thrumming. So we're going to just let them go. Wow, they're very, very tight. All right. This is what we've got going on. It's very, very tight. So in the subconscious here, we have the cosmic trying to be balanced with something about this red and pink bone. If you think about red root chakra and pink high crown chakra, it's like reversed right now. You might be feeling a little top heavy in the last few days. Top heavy as in your upper chakras are more active than your base. You may need to get grounded again with the base chakra. There's an opposition coming up through here. This one to here is really, really interesting. It's like in a wacky alignment. It should be more in alignment. There's something creative that needs to be bringing forward. I'm going to pull a card here and pull a card here, see what's going on. Whoa. Okay. Subconsciously, you've got the strength card kicking in super, super strong. Subconsciously, you've got the nudges, and even you may be more aware of how the nudges are going. There needs to be something, a little bit of force applied. Now, usually with this card, you see the lady and the lion, and I say, don't apply brute force. Follow the gentle nudge. You're following the gentle nudge a lot. You need to apply some more of the rooted, grounded energy. So some of the more traditional force. This means you'll need to take some actions in a more traditional way. It's also a time of balancing those energies out. It's why it comes through with this blue so heavy here, but these feel very upside down. Then you have the death card here coming in. Now the death card is all about death and transformation, ending of one cycle and moving to another. And it feels like it's just, if somebody, doesn't describe it very well, but if somebody puts 10 pounds on a scale and then 1 pound on the scale, then another 10 pounds on the scale, and then another 1 pound on the scale, pretty soon they're going to realize, yeah, that's clunking. It's coming down here clunking for a reason. It's too heavy. In your case, it's too light. You'd be on the 1 pound side. It needs to be more balanced. It might not be exactly balanced, but it needs to be more balanced in order to flow forward. The energy, that's the spiritual energy, you can't just spend your time always up in that. You need to be able to understand what it is your actual assets and your actual strengths of character, strengths of personality, gifts that you have that are more applied to your daily realm and daily life, and use those and get some things squared away, and then go back into the spiritual realm, because it feels like you'll be gone. We can't spend forever, traveling the astral plane and just dreaming. Nobody can sleep 24 hours a day. Nobody can be meditating 24 hours a day and get anything done. You have to do things in the real life world too, and have that more applied. And this is where it's feeling a little bit off balance. Now here we have little sister running through the forest on her own right here on this bone. And I don't know if you can see it, but I'll try and show it here. You can see the little track marks on the bone. Now these are the bones that I peeled and then created and decorated myself. This is sister running through the forest on her own. What are you trying to seek? There's spiritual lessons that you're trying to go for, but you're at some kind of crossroads coming up. There is something where X marks the spots, and this is the kiss right here, down below here. I would call this the kiss. This is very, very much risking and embracing, creating and doing something new. And again, this pink energy is coming through very strongly. It's not that it's wrong to have that going on at all. It's just super, super strong. It's like your high crown chakra is leading you even when you're not trying to be led. It's still leading you. You're doing things subconsciously that you don't even know you're doing that are great for your spiritual growth. So don't worry about it so much. Yeah, the Empress is here. This is huge, huge fertile time for you. Huge. Little sister traveling alone right now, though. She's going through and creating her own journey. Even if the Empress is surrounded by her whole family, she's the one that's pregnant and bringing the baby through. She's the one that's doing all the work of the thing. Very, very interesting. Yeah, this one, the Empress traveling through, you are learning to recognize and reclaim who you are. You might see something that's a beautiful picture, be it in tarot or on a greeting card or just in general, and I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. And then the thought might flash to you, don't you recognize that's your own beauty? Do you not recognize or see yourself in that? Because you ought to, you should. That is you, the beautiful soul, traveling forward, very abundant, very ready to move forward. The kiss, there's a vulnerability that comes through. Third eye, the way of seeing. It's not just high crown chakra, but it's third eye opening up in the way you're seeing. When you're looking and acknowledging, you're seeing beauty all around you. You'll be able to see people, wow. you're getting a gift. I don't know if you would call it the Chronos gift or what, but you're getting what I would call a Chronos gift, because I know of no other way to describe it. You're getting a gift of Chronos, where you can see somebody, you look at somebody and you can easily imagine them at 5 years old or at 50 years old. It doesn't matter if they're standing before you and they're 20. You'll be able to see both. When you get the Chronos gift and you can see them as a child, sometimes you see what was going on. Sometimes you can see their childhood wounding. It doesn't mean that you always have to say something or act on something, but it's something that's being activated in you, and you need to be highly aware of it. You're getting the Chronos gift of sight. Your sight is improving. There's something about this, about time, the way you're seeing. Yeah, don't let it throw you. When you see someone and suddenly you see that child flashing through, or you see someone and you see like the old man flashing through, even though he's a 20-year-old man, you're getting a hit, a psychic insight, a flash forward or back, either way, but you're getting this flash for a reason. And it's not always the reason to tell the person that you're seeing it about. It's something that you can see. And if there does come a time where you get this flash for someone and you feel like telling them, then do. Always honor the nudge, yes. But if it's just a flash, if it's just a little glimpse of insight, just know that you are learning to cultivate your own sight. Now going forward from here, above, we've covered these modes, going above, going above. We've got here, how are you linking up? And the perch in the cosmos. We've got the water connected to sky coming through here in the blue. You're going to express things through the throat. You're going to speak things into being. But the water and the sky are connecting here. I want to see what's going on. Look for the birds. What's coming up with that? Ooh, magician. Look at this. Very much like the strength with the nimbus, the sign of infinity going on. Yeah, the lemniscate. That's what that's called, not the nimbus. I don't know why I was thinking that. The lemniscate. It's the 8 on its side. It's the flow. It's the balance. It's how it's going forward. Your heart's going to let you know if you need to speak something. Your heart will let you know. And if that time comes, and it probably will, then be aware. Other times you're meant to be like the bird on the perch. Now, the perch is right here, right here. If you think of this as earth, even though it's blue, earth and sky, water's edge all together, it's coming through as earth and sky meeting. So it's the horizon line. Here's coming through the perch. It's like you can sit on there and see, and you can check things out from a different perspective. That's what's going on right now for you. The magician's definitely in the house. You have the ability. A lot of your clairs are popping. Yeah. Yeah. As I say that, as a lot of your clairs are popping, I'm getting the old school, and this is way old school, Rice Krispies, the commercial. It would be like Snap, Crackle, Pop, Rice Krispies. It's this little, it's this little thing. So when your clairs are coming on, and probably you're one that activates with many of the clairs, if not all of them, the ones that are coming forward with the flash chronos sight needs to be paid attention to now. Pay attention to clairaudience because of the pop and the very auditory sense that's coming through, but it's going to be little. You might have ear ringing here or here. Now, some people will say if you hear ringing in your ears, it's people talking bad or good about you based on which ear it is. And I've heard contradictory on that. You trust your own signals. The divine will signal you in a way that makes sense to you, okay? All right, going forward, what's this creative new thing that you're doing? And what's the grounding practice you need to know going forward? Ooh, we got the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here. Wow. Sorry, this is the Nine of Wands. It's not the King. It's the 9. Hold on. I am telling you not to wait, but you need to hold on. You will need to be strong. You'll need to be, like when they say things are tested and tough, and you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot in it. That's what's coming in. Hold on, hold on. There's a reward coming from holding on. There is a little bit of an endurance test going on for you, an endurance push going on. Now we're looking down at the bones again. We see the orange. This is being heated and creating. This is giving me something towards shades of next spring. There's a lightening up here coming through on this bone. And this is traveling, you're deeper into the woods. Where you traveled alone here, you're deeper into the woods here. You're traveling through your understanding patterns, recognizing patterns, being able to sense things with the clairs coming on, and sense the subtle energy shifts going on. This is what's happening in the near future for you. This is not going to be so top heavy. You're doing a grounding practice. What is this? It's almost like you need to go walking. It's almost like you need to do something besides just stand on the grass and get your feet on the grass and get grounded and rooted and all that. There's something else where you need to be still and then go walking and get a cadence going, to follow that rhythm. It helps anything with rhythm. All right. Anything with rhythm I'm getting. Anything with rhythm, where it's whether it's you walking or whether it's your own pulse, your own heartbeat going on. Pay attention to the rhythm that's coming through on this. This is something that will slow you down and help you get grounded. It can be the rhythm of your own breath. It's important for you. It can be trans-strumming to anything else, but it needs to be you paying attention to rhythm. It will help slow things down so you aren't top heavy. That's what I'm getting here. Let's see what else is going forward. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Two of Wands, and then we've got the High Priestess. And I love this, love this, love this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that well. Sorry about that. That was like, down to the table. Okay, so we've got here, the Knight of Wands. What is he carrying? He's carrying that torch, the Ace of Wands torch, in a big, big way. New inspiring ideas, ready to act on something, take action on something. Yeah, you have to operate in the 3D and take the action on something huge. The Two of Wands. Create a plan and take the baby steps. This is nothing major, but you will have to leave something behind. When we see the Two of Wands, typically, what we see is one of those wands bolted to the castle wall and one in their hand. And then he's also got the globe in the hand, in this other hand. How are you going to walk? If you see people that are walking and they're like professional hikers, but they're older or a little bit older, they might have walking sticks to help leverage and move them forward. You're going to need to do something that helps leverage and move you forward. You're going to need to create a plan. Do a little step at a time, but also leverage it smartly. Use your time and your inspiration smartly going forward. High Priestess in the house. Okay. All right. All right. We get all these moments where we have flashes, our psychic hits. We get our spiritual information or maybe our personal spiritual download coming through. But we still have to operate and function in the world. And when we look back at this bone here, the intensity of this purple versus the gentleness of this coming through, the lavender of this. Look at things to happen in near sunset sky. Yes, sunset sky, sunset time. This is the time when you start winding your day down. It's important for you to honor the High Priestess energy, but at that time, and there's an important gentling that's happening with you. Then I'm going to flash down to the bones again. Down here on this bone, you can see that it's washed with like white paint and wash going through. This is what's gentling it. This is where the truth that's there and the energy and the intensity are gentled. When you blend white with any color, you get more of a gentle tone of that color. It's not intense purple, it becomes lavender. It's not intense blue, 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 it becomes sky blue. This is when white is applied. This, for me, this white is about truth. It's about knowledge. It's about going forward and applying the right amount. You definitely are learning these lessons of alchemy going forward. What else does she need to know about herself and then about the outcome? So we're going to look at that. Hang on. About herself and the outcome. Don't forget the heart. Don't forget the heart. I'm getting this bone that was so blue, 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 and it somehow has bumped over slightly to the yellow, and then we go up to here, the Magician. Don't forget about the heart. This blue and yellow creation should bring joy to the heart. You in the now. The Hermit. This is one of my challenging cards. I am a Virgo, and so that is our card, the Hermit. But I tend to hermit a little bit much or have a hard time doing it. And sometimes there is solitude. Sometimes there is loneliness. Sometimes there are lessons that are just ours alone, right? But sometimes the Hermit has to shine the light and hold the light for others, which means allowing others in, which means instead of doing the thing that you might be avoiding, do the things that's brave anyway. Do it, show up for yourself in a different way. You're a Virgo too. Yeah, it's like, okay, be aware of the hermity tendencies that you need to outgrow, or the hermity tendencies that you need to balance, all right? That's what's going on now. The September lessons and September things that have been difficulty or long coming lessons are here. They're here, they're here. It's time to hold the light up for others is what I'm getting. And the outcome on this, let's see. Teacher card. This is the card of the teacher, getting the keys to the kingdom. This is where the Pope is. This is Hierophant, Pope card. It's where you get the keys to the kingdom, but basically you're getting the VIP pass, the backstage pass, the new and acquired information. That might be tradition, and it might not be the tradition you were raised in. Tradition, humankind-wise, this knowledge that you're meant to share. This is what's coming through. This is what's coming through for you. You need to be able to shift from just holding the light to allowing yourself to teach, and also going on to the more traditional knowledge, the deeper knowledge, and the ancient ways, old ways established in ancient ways. This is what's coming through. This is huge for you. Anything else she needs to know? Lucy's in the house. She's showing me an image that, okay, wavy hair, a woman with wavy hair, like green kind of waves. That's the color. Green is coming through again with the heart chakra very strongly. Very earth creature coming through here. This is like earth goddess, earth guide, Gaia type guide coming through for you, wanting you to understand and see your own beauty as a very creature of the earth and connected to the earth. This earth connection for you needs to be strengthened and fortified, and this is the time to do it. Even though you may, she will want to be by the heart. She will want to go within. She will want to go within. She will want to go within. Remember that you are the new spring grass. Remember the new spring grass that you bring forward. You will be the one that brings the spring energy forward for others. You will bring it ahead of time for self and ahead of time for others. When winter has gotten too bitter and cold, when winter has gotten too long, let the spring grass guide you forward. Look for the smell and the scents of the florals and the flowers that will come in. People won't smell them in December, in November. They won't smell them in different cases in different times. You will have this awareness of this gentle energy flowing through. Allow the high priestess to be activated in you, and so that you might be able to share this, lift this for others. Encourage them when they're at their bitter end, when they're at the cold, dark night of the soul for themselves. You must be there to lift. You've been through this enough for yourself that you must be ready to lift, ready to be pliable and bending and new and fresh and refreshed, much like this spring green grass. Make sure you are ready to do this. The grass goddess is there. That's what she wants you to know. Be like the spring grass. Yeah, I got it. That's complete. That's complete. That's what I've got for you. Wow. Yeah, Lucy had a lot to say. Yeah. Let it go forward and let it flow. Some people used to ask me, do you consider yourself psychic, or do you channel, or do you do this or that? And it's like, let yourself do what needs to happen. Let yourself be in that flow state. Allow yourself to bring the spirit, the energy, and the knowing through. Allow yourself to be an instrument in the divine, in the hand of the divine. This is important for you. You are so welcome, honey. So welcome. That was really huge. And I think I got that all on its own. So I'm just going to push stop on